Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Waffling On. Today we're going to take a look at Collision Course 24 and all the other goings on in Broaddock at the weekend.
On the other goings on.
What was the other goings on?
Look at the wrestling and then everything else happened involved.
Yeah, there was that bit where on the kebab.
Wrestling!
Wrestling!
Let's go! So the first match that we had at Collision Course was the big boy baller, the glitter baller, Harrison Leon, versus the professional, Bart O'Connor. What did we think?
Well, it's nice to have two guys come out that are both getting the support of the crowd for a change. I mean, there's no bigger support than Harrison gets. The crowd go absolutely wild when he comes out. As predicted, Bart had a bit of trouble at the beginning of the match. The baller comes out, he sprays the baller bucks everywhere, and Bart is full of health and safety mode. He's worried. The kids have run everywhere, and he's got his head in his hands. It's a real concern. I mean, he says, this isn't even real money. So the guy can identify real money. He knows if a bear is real or not. Woohoo! Just a reminder, when we're here at Square One Academy where someone's getting beaten up downstairs, we're taking no names, we're staying up here in the corner where it's sitting.
Yeah, absolutely. So Bart, before the match had even started, needed to make sure everyone was safe in their seats. Certainly came over and made sure that we were all aware that we needed to stay firmly seated.
Yeah, one person in particular.
I am obviously troublesome.
Can't take her anywhere. And they had the added trouble of probably the most glitter we've ever seen in one place, in any place.
Can you imagine? We get the matches called, and everyone goes, when's Harrison on? First match. Glitter everywhere.
More on that later.
Exactly. The first collision where they come together and there's like a sprinkling of glitter everywhere and the ring is covered and it's just the best thing.
Health and safety.
No, it doesn't matter at that point. It's just everything's sparkly and it's just special.
Like a Princess Pony Wonderland. Which is not how the match went on, by the way.
No, definitely not.
Two nice guys, but they weren't treating each other with big gloves, were they? They were absolutely going for it.
It's quite slappy, wasn't it?
It was a brilliant slap. Absolutely fantastic. Rivaled the Ben Gedling one that we had earlier this year, end of last year.
Insert picture here.
The sound was just absolutely phenomenal, and that was Bart delivering that to Harrison, and then vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, Bart actually exposes himself for Harrison to actually get his own back. And at that point, I think Bart is removing the glitter to make sure he can get full slappage on it as well. But yeah, the crowd wanted it, calling for more, and these guys delivered.
Yeah. Harrison coming in with kind of the splashes in the corner. A couple of times Bart moved out of the way. There was a bit of a nasty bash there for Harrison, but carried on like the absolute professional that he is and delivered just a fantastic match.
Yeah, I mean, Bart isn't shy of going high either. I mean, the big boy baller, as we know, is the fact there's no ball at all. But Bart was ascending the ropes, and there was, just before the end of the match, he goes high, but Harrison moves and he lands in the middle of that ring, and it moved about a foot closer to us.
It did, didn't it?
Oh, petrifying. It's really, really scary. But no, I think the baller then comes in and spikes.
Right on his head.
Oh.
Yeah. Just completely upright.
Yeah, like an obelisk, and then he falls down. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Did he get the big famouser as well before the end?
I think he did.
He may have.
But I mean, the same. Bart's come on so much in the last year. I think it was less than a year ago. He was out against Sassy Bear, confused that he wasn't facing an actual bear. And now he's competing for one of the big belts. Square One, on at number 1 in this bout as well.
Yeah, I'd say that's the biggest test we've seen for Harrison in a good while as well. He's not got little turdock running around calling him names and hiding. He's got an actual wrestler in there with him who wants to wrestle him and wants to beat him up. It was a cracking match.
Also stopping him, he likes to go high. He likes to go up on the ropes, and Bart was having none of it. He was stopping all the offense pretty early on. So it was shows that Bart's done a lot of studying to make sure he's ready for any of these contests.
Yeah. I love watching anything that Bart does. I think technically, and I think I said this in the predictions as well, technically the guy is on point with almost everything that he delivers, and it was a real challenge for Harrison, which was fantastic to see.
Yeah. No, another successful defence. Harrison moves on. I think I made a note that although he lost most of the shine for himself, he retained the shiniest thing. The square one strap is still on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Ever onwards.
Yeah.
Second on the card was the match that I predicted would be match of the night, and I don't know, I might have been right. It was Adonis Payne and Smashing Mike. Frenetic, I think we described it as.
Mm-hmm.
It was fast, it was loud, it was entertaining. It was everything I hoped it would be.
Lots of abs.
And there were abs galore.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to check that out, I think the cameraman was invited into the ring in order to make sure that those abs were on display.
Mm-hmm.
Full throttle for everyone.
Yep.
And full throttle describes the entire match. We know there are certain things that Mike doesn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Bum weight.
Bum weight.
Doesn't do bum weight. He doesn't get tired.
He doesn't get tired.
He does like glitter.
He does like glitter. Yeah, there was one point early on when Mike slept and Adonis accused him of sleeping, which he was very angry at. And then they realised that if they lie on the floor, they can take benefit from Harrison having been in the ring beforehand. So it was a glow-up time, wasn't it?
Yes.
Everyone rolling around.
Yep.
And the ab-off that we predicted.
Yeah.
And there was some wrestling.
Was there some wrestling?
Wrestling!
And it was absolutely stellar wrestling. This is of the highest quality, and both guys showed why they're at the top of their game at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Adonis did his usual entrance, which means that he runs around about 15 minutes beforehand and was tired by the time he got in the ring.
Yep.
A little bit more subtle, making Chase Anthony dance with him from Mike. Nick refusing.
Nick ran away, didn't he?
Nick did run. Doesn't want to wear the hat, doesn't want the chain. Favouritism. I think he's neutral. He doesn't want to appear to favour one or the other. Or he might just be scared of Mike. I'm scared of Mike.
I mean, if that chain went round my neck, I'd probably fall over.
I wouldn't take the hat off. Covers the glare. But no, it was. It's main event worthy, this one.
Yeah.
And I think pretty much every bout was main event worthy from this. So we're coming early here. Match of the night. Yeah, it was certainly felt like it could be match of the night, but there were others to come.
Mm.
But there was some wrestling as well.
There was.
And it was, as you say, frenetic and brutal.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the offensive, where people like Adonis were going up on the ropes just to kind of splash down onto each other or just to cross body. A lot of the time, the other one wasn't there. So, a lot of landing hard on the mat and just tiring each other out. Although Mike doesn't get tired.
No.
Just by giving each other the runaround.
Yeah, my favourite moment is when Mike is down, but gathers himself, and just as Adonis is about to fly onto him from the ring post, he just stands up and wanders off. There's a video of me. But yeah, they're running all over the place. They're suplexing each other back into the ring. Mm-hmm. They're laying into each other. You wouldn't believe those ropes needed tightening afterwards. They were bouncing off them frenetically. It was absolutely breakneck speed. Mm. Incredible stuff. Mm-hmm. I predicted that Mike would win this one because, unlike me, he doesn't get tired. But towards the end, he wasn't so much tired as unconscious. What happened?
Yeah, when that foot lands, when Adonis flies through the air and lands that Adidas boot, it's game over, isn't it?
Yeah, but before that, something I've never been in such close quarters with. I've been trying to think if I've ever been in the same room as something quite so brutal as that Canadian destroyer.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely incredible. I've watched that back a couple of times as well, and just glad that I was sitting outside the ring and not right in the middle of it. Crazy stuff. But, oops, I didn't back the winner.
No, you didn't, did you?
No.
Homegrown hero.
Yeah. Don't know what you were thinking.
He's just copying me like everyone else does.
No, that is a very good plan. I might do that in future. So Adonis comes through singles combat.
Yep.
And he comes through and beats someone who very much on his level.
Top of his game, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Climbing that ladder, eh?
Yeah.
Or not, but deserved was. if there was a ladder there to climb, he'd be halfway up it.
Yeah, I definitely want to see this one again.
Mm.
I'd watch this. If it was six bouts of Mike versus Adonis, I'd be up for that.
Yeah, or Odyssey Westside Heat, however this match gets, however you get those two in the ring together, just bring it on.
Rounding off the first half of Collision Course 24 was a tag team match. The newly formed team of Gulf of Mexico, Arthur Scarro and El Jantonio, versus Progressive Overload. Only it wasn't Progressive Overload.
It wasn't, was it?
No.
They'd had a new partner for today.
Yeah, Ernie came out and said, I've got a new partner for today to cope with this lucha. I've got El Bertonio on my side. And out comes a new wrestler we've not seen before, a tall guy in a balaclava. Not very lucha.
Slightly terrifying, actually.
Yeah, it wasn't quite lucha, was it? It was more hold up at the co-op or something like a post office miscreant. So he comes into the ring, and Nick's asking him questions, and he's obviously a luchador because all he can say is "sí."
Yeah, it's very Spanish.
Very.
Mexican.
Mexican. Yeah.
Forgot what that meant there, didn't I?
I should actually mention, as the Gulf of Mexico enter, they had to walk past the Cray City bar and popcorn services store, which had been set up in Broaddock and was manned by Binny and Leslie, who were eyeballing El Jantonio as he made his way to the ring.
Yeah.
Significant?
Well, it wouldn't serve me. Someone didn't have my idea, therefore wasn't allowed any beers or anything else.
I got some Chris.
Oh, look at
Favourite again, yeah.
Yet again.
Oh, Chris friend.
To be fair, I had to fight them for it, but I'll take it.
I didn't have my passport, so I couldn't go anywhere near it either. But we're back in the ring. Once El Jantonio and Scarro arrive, they're each sporting each other's flags.
Yes.
These guys look like a proper team already.
Yes.
And they haven't even set about their opponents. But battle is soon met, and Ernie is maybe having a communication breakdown with his new partner as they're in the ring. He keeps asking for a translation. And I think that, yet again, I've got to ask Chase Anthony a couple of things here. Tag team. Can we have tag team referees? Because every time there's a tag team match, you always get distraction. And Nick is only one man. He's the nicest man on the planet, but he is still only one man.
I think we were appealing for it during the match, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were voicing our concerns about Nick getting distracted.
Yeah, I mean, we did look around, looking for Old Spice. Nope. The whole crowd are shouting, "Come on, Nick!" And also, Chase, this match is scheduled for one fall.
One ball!
Please allow us that, Nick.
Come on, man.
Come on, Chase.
Come on, Chase! Everyone does it.
But anyway, we had Lucha, which we hadn't had before. Well, not for a little while, at least.
No.
So, Lucha on Lucha action as well. We had El Bertonio going up against El Jantonio, and they went blow for blow.
Just trying to remember which one's Bert, which one's Ernie. Don't worry about it. Carry on with that one.
That's a balaclava boy versus El Jantonio. But unfortunately, each Lucha move, when one leapt, the other leapt. When one slept, the other slept.
Yep.
It was very Spider-Man memey, wasn't it?
Oh, I did see that bit. I did like that. But yeah, I think that there's some Lucha skills in there. But I think it breaks down again, and we get everyone in the ring. And the good guys, our friends from the Gulf of Mexico, spin round the Progressive Overload boys, and then absolutely fantastic. We have our first pinfall. Who pins who?
Remember?
I think El Bertonio pins Aiden White,
Ernie.
rolls him up for the 3.
Yeah.
And then recovering from that pin, Ernie then pins Nick.
Yeah. So that's 2 pins, and they still haven't won. Incredible scenes.
I loved that bit. I thought it was fantastic. I loved this whole match. This whole match for me was match of the night, just because it was just that little bit tongue-in-cheek, and it had all the hallmarks of getting the crowd going, which is absolutely what you want for a first half match, with people that absolutely knew what they were doing. And I just wanted to throw that out there. I thought this one was really good.
Yeah, and with Strictly Come Dancing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, couple of dancing segments, and then after a bit of a tussle, the mask is off.
I tell you what, because I did not see this coming at all.
No,
I nearly fell off my chair.
we should have known that red mark was still on his chest. It's Bert. After all that, it was Bert.
With new facial hair.
With new facial hair.
Means business now, doesn't it?
Beardy business.
Oh, mind my language. That's how shocked I was. I know it is.
But no, it was. There was an audible gasp in the crowd. That moment of silence was incredible when it was revealed that all along we had been duped.
I would have never known.
And the Pooh Boys were actually in the ring the whole time.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, I mean, I think further shenanigans is that they still are speaking what they say Spanish. They're refusing to listen to what Nick is saying. 2 refs, please. 1 Spanish, maybe. Spanish announce desk.
Spanish announce desk, yes,
Spanish
please.
referee, that'll do. But there's these guys still aren't on the same page. I think they're still tussling amongst each other. They've pinned each other. I think at one point Bert kicks Ernie. Ernie kicks Bert, whichever one it is. And it's looking good. We get the good guys flying from each turnbuckle, and I think double pin. Here we come. That's not the way it ends, though, is it?
It's not.
What did we predict?
I predicted shenanigans. Something sea joke, something shenanigans. I think I said.
Yeah.
I presume that's right. I haven't got notes, and I can't remember a single thing.
Well, we had the least popular result of the night, even though we predicted this one. The Gulf of Mexico sank. The Pooh Boys won. And I think they actually pointed at us and said, at least you predicted something right. Yeah, and that was the end of the first half. And I've got to say, for me, echoing your point, possibly the most enjoyable first half of any show I've ever been to.
Yeah, it's just top stuff from start to finish. Like, it was non-stop action. Like you say, that match was hilarious. And good wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling! But, yeah, start to finish, that first half was brilliant.
And as much as the first half was an absolute joy, the second half is absolutely shocking.
So the first match of the second half kicks off with the Women's Championship, a match that everybody loves because Amira is back. Always gets the crowd going. I think she's an absolute fantastic star. Everyone always loves to see her. Versus Ronnie Knox, who is less popular.
Boo you, Ronnie Knox.
Although
Boo you, Ronnie.
she isn't on her own. She comes out accompanied.
Yeah, she comes out short-staffed.
She does indeed. By Jackson Hart, who is sporting his sling. We do wish him well. But bad Jackson.
You wish him well.
I know what it's like to be injured. It's all good.
Crisp friends, injury friends, health and safety friends.
Rumble friends.
I am just a friendly person, and that's all I'm going to say.
So like to be popular.
So Ronnie Knox, less popular, as we say. She's accompanied by Jackson Hart, part of the Black Crown. We're expecting bad things. We're expecting shenanigans. What does the match deliver?
Well, I think we start. Amira's dancing as Ronnie's prowling, and the crowd are definitely on her side. We're all hopeful. I think all of us have predicted Ronnie's going to retain because shenanigans.
Yeah.
Because we've seen a lot of that. And also because Amira's willing to go toe-to-toe. She puts her hand, toe-to-toe even, puts her hand out for the handshake, and that's slapped away. This is Ronnie's attitude from the start.
Yeah. With the little popularity contest first, we Amira just making sure that everyone knows. Everyone knows who we're there to see. It's not Ronnie.
No.
It wasn't.
And then Ronnie attacks. When she's distracted, we're into standard Ronnie arm bars, smashing faces into mats, dragging people around, using the ropes to try and garrote them. Just mean old stuff.
Yep. Yeah. Although technically, I think I saw a better Ronnie in this match than I have seen before. She was still up to her old tricks and what we come to expect to see from her.
Yeah. I mean, we've got Jackson's outside. He's trying to rouse people with Ronnie Rocks, and then Ronnie sucks, the crowd say. No,
Mhm.
Ronnie knocks, says Jackson. Nope.
Nope.
Ronnie still sucks.
Mhm.
And it's pretty clear who everyone wants to win.
Yep. And then we get the odd interference where Jackson dives in to make a grab and to try and influence the match a little bit as well. So, yeah, bad times.
Bad times, inevitability of a Ronnie win. But, no. Ronnie's up on the turnbuckle. She's making her play for that submission move.
That twisty thing.
Yeah,
Looks like a saw trap.
Yeah, just Christ, chiropractor time. But Amira grabs her, and there's a muscle buster. Ronnie is catching her breath, and Amira goes full Undertaker. She crosses Ronnie's arms across her.
Yeah.
Big smile on my face. Nick comes down. 1, 2, 3. It's like, and the crowd goes absolutely wild, and then suddenly the crowd can't believe what they've just seen.
I don't think Amira can believe what she's just seen.
No, and it's the most popular result in a long time. Just incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Things that we absolutely love to see.
We do
Amira
indeed.
with a belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things that Ronnie doesn't like to see. Amira with a belt. She's stunned.
Yeah.
And not long after, Amira's been given the belt by Chase, and then Ronnie attacks.
Yeah, not stunned enough for long enough, was she?
No, and
She's always instantly.
she's trying to take that, as predicted by you. I think she's going to try and dislocate that shoulder or that elbow, and end the champion's reign. But luckily, Nick and Chase are on hand to scare her away, and we have a new champ.
Yeah.
It's official. Amira, congratulations. We no longer have inaugural and only women's champion of UBW. We have a new title holder.
Yeah, we should say Ronnie will go. I mean, Ronnie's etched her way into the history books of UBW. She's the first ever champion. Fair play to her for that. She beat Darcy fair and square.
Yeah, she engineered a good run.
Well done. Whatever. It sucks the life out of you, man. Anyway, so well done, Ronnie. Thank you for being the first ever women's champion. But now we've got a champion we can all get behind.
Yeah.
She's going to bring excitement, glamour, personality, everything that you want in your champion. Can't wait.
Yeah. And speaking of excitement, Chase Anthony's in the ring. He announces a couple of returning people for WrestleMania, which is on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Evie Madden's on her way.
Yes.
Could
Nice.
Evie be the first challenger?
Possible. Be a cracking match if it is.
Yeah. The Locksmith against the Feisty Flame.
Mm-hmm.
Any other people mentioned?
I think I've just broke the microphone with my celebration with Amira there, but Charles Crowley's coming back.
Yeah, I did
How
think it
lovely.
was Spooder Man. I did shout Spooder Man, but no, not confirmed.
No.
Could still happen.
Yeah, could do. No. Spooderman against Charles Crowley in the main event. You never know.
Bring it on.
The penultimate match was Straight Sauce John Day making his UBW debut against Truman Roswell. We haven't seen Straight Sauce before. This was an exciting one for all of us. See what he brought to the table, which was.
Well, first of all, sorry to interrupt, but we've never seen him before. But he says he's my mum's favourite. And my mum, she's not sure who he is. She says she likes the one with the mask and the cloak.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's El Jantonia.
Yep.
Right.
Or she should probably like the one she threw water over to make up for the fact that she doused him. And that's memes. So she obviously has poor taste. So probably wouldn't be John Day then.
And my mum's favourite is Jackson. So
Yeah. Your mum?
Don't know. Shall I ring her?
See if you can. We'll get back to that. Yeah, just
I'll ring her later.
yeah. Find out. We'll add that in at the end to find out who your mum's favourite. But anyway, no, really engage with the crowd. I think I'd love to see John Day come back.
yeah, I would absolutely. He got the crowd going, didn't he? As soon as he came out, a crowd that is completely unknown to him, us to the other way around. He just came in and engaged with everybody, which you don't always get when you're new.
Yeah. Didn't really engage with the truth seeker though, did he? No, I mean he was distracted because I think Truman's biggest enemy was there as well. Not gravity, not the government, not the little green or grey men, but Jamie in the front row.
Yes.
Easily distracted Truman. He's obviously got something else on his mind, but he was channeling all that energy, and so John was just doing press ups and stuff to entertain the crowd.
Yeah. I mean, we've heard those calls of Seamus teabag for a while now. I think that was it for Truman. He'd had one too many Seamus teabags, and what does it mean? What does it mean, man? What does it mean?
Jamie knows. Jamie, honorary WO member, you finally got his attention.
You blew his mind.
You blew his mind, absolutely. Anyway, back to in-ring action. There were some slaps going on. Oh, actually, more outside the ring. John was actually showing the strength that Truman might have thought he lacked. He didn't, and certainly not the heart. He was in there for the contest, and there were moments when he nearly got the win. I think he was so happy to be in there and pleasing the crowd that he was taking a little bit too long to go for the pin when he could have won this one earlier on. But Truman's a bit wily. I think we should probably hand over to our Truman expert to see how this one rated on the Truman scale.
I can't really remember because I only have eyes for Truman when he's in there. I'm so fascinated by him and everything that he does. He scores highly. I'll give him an 8 Trumans out of 10.
8 Trumans out of 10.
Because
on the truth scale.
John Day did well, and he's got all his muscles, and he's a popular fella. But once again, he fell to the spin side job like so many others do. Once that spin side job lands, woof, game over.
It's one of my favourite moves.
Yeah.
It is fantastic, isn't it? And I think you're right. I think every time Truman is in the ring, you cannot take your eyes off him. The guy is spectacular. Everything he does, you're just like, wow. Like, the guy's moonsault is out of this world.
It's unbelievable. It's
my favourite.
Hang it in the Louvre.
Gravity defying. So I was going to ask who your favourite day is. I guess it's Tuesday, right?
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
But he wasn't done though, was he? He gets the win. He pins John Day, then he puts a chair around his neck, which seems to be his new thing. And then some music hits.
No. Here he comes. The good guy. Good guy means.
Sorry? Nah.
Goodish guy.
Well, I didn't think he was that unbelievable this time. But yeah, still don't trust him.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. And believe me,
that's far.
With these arms, it's not very far at all. He came in and he tells us that Truman is deluded. Agreed?
Yes.
Truman didn't throw his cat out the window.
But do you agree that Truman is deluded?
I do not agree, no.
You do not agree?
No.
I didn't think you would.
Sorry.
He didn't throw the cat out of the window.
No.
But he did do what?
Well, he did hurt Memes.
He put a chair around his neck. And Memes has called it out for Memia, an event of which Memes has never lost a match, by the way, going into Memia 6. Named for him, never defeated. He wants a match against Truman.
Yep.
Oh God, this was exciting, wasn't it? The cheer that came from our little section. So Memes announced that this match will be. Truman announced that this match will be.
He agrees to the match, and here comes another shock.
The stipulation is going to be TLC. Tables.
Ladders.
And cats! I don't know what that entails.
Oh, can you imagine?
But I cannot wait to see it.
Perfect.
Looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
And so to the main event of Collision Course 24. It's the UEW British Heavyweight title match between champion Hugo Bloom and the cut above side Gregory. But neither of these guys are the first one to the ring. First out, we have Ricky Calvé, who has, having won the Flores Lava 6, the right to face the champion, whoever wins this match, most likely, at WrestleMania. And he's out there to take a look and see what he's going to see. He can best Bloom. He's already bested Gregory in this very building last year, so he sees no issue. And I've done him a disservice. I've called him the preening Prince of Primark for so long. But you can't get that jacket you was wearing in Primark. I looked yesterday. It's not in any department.
The boots are amazing.
Upstairs, downstairs. You got quite a close look at those.
I did like the boots, gave them a little stroke.
Yeah, because after he said his piece, he joined you at ringside, sitting in the front row, not in the cheap seats like us. Good reference! Rubbing shoulders with the stars. Rubbing shoulders and rubbing the boots of the stars.
Just because I'm small. That's all.
Yeah, then there was some wrestling match.
Was there a wrestling match?
Yeah.
There was
a wrestling match between Hugo and CY Gregory.
CY Gregory. I mean, these guys are pretty evenly matched. We've seen some title matches recently where the challengers have been certainly not to the stature of the champion.
Turdy.
Yep. That particular skid mark was wiped out pretty quickly. Percy came in, a PT, and now we've got another PT, a guy who's got staying power, and thunderous, absolutely thunderous at times between these two.
Yeah.
They're laying into each other, and this title seems to mean a lot to CY, so much as it does to Hugo himself.
Yeah, and the big boys, aren't they? Well, there was a moment where CY has got Hugo above his head in a stalling suplex, and I mean, there was no chance Murdoch was going to do that to Hugo, was there?
No.
There was a lot of strength in this match. You could say they strung their way through it.
Yeah, there is a very good chance they did strung their way through to the very end. But no, it's another cataclysmic clash for the title. There are lariats aplenty, which I think turns Hugo out, or inside out rather, when Cy lays that one on. After some interference by Ricky's up on the ringside, making it all about him yet again. Checking out the belt. The guys are trying to film the match, but Ricky's just in their face, showing the belt that I'm assuming is saying he's going to win come the end of March, which distracts Hugo, who then gets choked on the ropes as well. It's Chase. Come on. You've got to officiate this stuff a little bit better, or have the extra referee outside to control people who are just at ringside.
Tag team refs.
I'm going to start a petition. I'll have a word with Tig.
Yeah.
Yes.
See if he's up for that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, a new champion?
No.
Hugo finds a way yet again. He's beaten smaller guys. He's beaten trickier guys. He's beaten guys with more cardio, maybe. But he manages to overcome the cut above as well. Sorry, spelling you there. And he retains yet again. And
I mean, he's racking up the prediction points for us this week. That's fine.
Absolutely. So CY comes out, shakes his hand, and everyone leaves happy.
Yeah, because the model professional, isn't he, CY?
Yeah.
He wouldn't do anything naughty.
I don't know what match you were watching.
What happened then?
Cy Gregory is now the worst. I mean, who does that? Who goes to shake a hand and then just takes someone out? It's just rude.
Yeah, Cy is he's as angry with Hugo as he is with us. He says, "Oh, you're cheering, but I came here trying to make you happy, and I just basically don't like you."
He's fed up with the niceties, isn't he? He doesn't want to hear, "Oh, you did well. Oh, good job, Cy." He wants to be top of the tree. He doesn't care who gets in his way. And he's got two helpers.
Well, two little elves.
The little Oompa-Loompas running in.
CY's little helpers.
No belts between them, but injured shoulder and a beltless waist.
Yeah, and now we have 3 arms between them. We now have Santa's little helpers of the throne. The Black Crown have combined with CY, and we have a new faction, and it doesn't look good. They absolutely lay into Hugo, who's already been laid low by Cy.
Yeah.
But we have someone come in running into the rescue, thankfully, because no one else is going to do it. It'd be foolish to dive in that ring, and only someone with a lot of energy and maybe not enough common sense jumps in.
Yep, Mr. Payne. Mr. Payne, bring in the pain.
Yeah, scares off the little helpers. And CY just lurks away. He's not really that bothered. I think he's done what he came to do.
Made his point, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We need to keep an eye on that one.
Yeah. Well, we're going to keep an eye on this one because something's happening very, very soon.
Yeah.
Chase announces at WrestleMania at the end of March that Adonis Payne will be facing the new king of the Black Crown. Certainly, he fashions himself on sitting on a throne of some sort. The cut above versus the Conqueror. Early predictions on that one? Too early to say?
No, Adonis, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know I don't always copy him. That's not a thing, but I agree.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hell of a test.
Yeah.
This looks like the start of something big. And to get straight in there with him, not necessarily a great idea, but Adonis is always the one willing to throw himself into fire like this. And yeah, it's a huge test, but
well, at least he's got backup. If the full Black Crown or the throne, as they style themselves now, are going to be there. So we have another match set for Mania. Not only is Ricky Calvé going to face up against Hugo Bloom for the big belt, but Adonis versus Sai. Very interesting. And that's it for Collision Course 24. We obviously look forward to Collision Course 25, but there's plenty more to go before then. We've got Square One to come in just a few short weeks. And then, well, a few short days by the time this video comes out. And then Mania is very much on the cards. Stick around to find out what we predict is going to happen as we run up to the very big one. Stay in the know with the WO.
oh yeah, I won. Yeah, favourite wrestler. The Carnival Blocks crowd, the alien dude, Truman Roswell. Yeah. Oh, I thought it might be, of course. Okay. Big Daddy.